Every successful person has mentors. And if you want to go the next level in your life, you have to connect with someone who's doing what you want to do. Hey, I'm Terri Savelle, your cheerleader of dreams. Anytime someone asks me how I went from living paycheck to paycheck, in debt, out of shape, no dreams or goals for my life, to doing what I'm doing today, I always say one word: routine. The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. Well, one of the biggest changes I made to my daily routine was listening to inspirational messages that pointed my life in the right direction. Well, I want to help you do the same thing. So I want to ask you to subscribe to this podcast by pushing the little red arrow so you start a routine of consistent inspiration and coaching to help you live your dreams. So today, I'm going to share with you how to find a mentor in business. You might be like, why? Because it's critical to help you succeed in life. Connecting with mentors is vital to achieving your dreams and goals. In fact, before I finish today, I'm going to give you a free download that includes this little checklist of 5 ways to just connect better with people and to find mentors who are doing what you want to do. But first, let me say, every successful person has mentors. I read where 93% of the wealthiest people attribute their success to having mentors. Some of the famous mentors that you've heard of, like Madonna, is a mentor to Gwyneth Paltrow. Audrey Hepburn was a mentor to Elizabeth Taylor. Gandhi was a mentor to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and to Nelson Mandela. Socrates mentored Plato. Plato mentored Aristotle. So you see what I'm saying? Let me just switch gears a little bit. Lil Wayne, he mentored Drake. Oh, you didn't think I knew that, did you? Oprah was a mentor, or is a mentor, to Barbara Walters. No. Oprah told Barbara Walters. That wasn't her mentor. Barbara mentored Oprah, but Oprah told her one day, she said, had there not been you, there would never have been me. So you can see, everybody looks up to somebody. Steve Jobs served as a mentor to Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO for Facebook. Well, in the spiritual realm, I think about Oral Roberts, how he mentored Kenneth Copeland. Kenneth Copeland mentored my dad. My dad mentored me. So every successful person has mentors. And if you want to go the next level in your life, you have to connect with someone who's doing what you want to do. Many times it's through their books, audios, courses, podcasts like what you're watching today, going to their conferences. If you've been following me for a while, you may consider me like a mentor. Andy Stanley said, you will never maximize your potential in any area without coaching. He said, it's impossible. So it's so important that you connect with someone who's 2 to 10 steps ahead of you. See, the quickest way to get to where you want to go is finding someone who's already doing what you want to do. They've already been there. They've already learned the lessons. John Maxwell said in the early days of his personal development, he would seek out successful leaders that he really admired. He would offer them $100 for 30 minutes of their time. And he said many of them graciously agreed to meet with him, but he said he always went to his meetings prepared. He would carry a legal pad just full of questions, pre-thought, and he was always ready to just gain their wisdom. Maxwell said, I can hardly explain how much I learned in those vital sessions. Well, before you decide on a mentor, look at their results. Do they talk really charismatic, or do they have proof that they practice what they preach and you see the fruit in their lives? I think about Bob Proctor. You may have heard of him. He said he was broke, he was in debt, he was struggling in every area of his life. And he said his boss, Raymond Stanford, came to him one day and he just said, look at these 3 areas and determine if you're getting results in your life. He said health, wealth, and happiness. Well, Bob didn't even know how to respond to that. So he asked Bob to rate him, his boss. He said, do you think I'm a happy person? Bob had never seen him sad. He said, do you think I'm a healthy person? Bob had never seen him sick. He said, have you ever seen me when I was broke? Bob never had. So Ray proceeded to say, you are one of the most miserable persons I have ever met. He said it was true. He said, you're always sick. You've always got a cold or a backache or something's going on. Then he said, and you're broke. You're always trying to hit somebody up for a couple dollars for gas. Well, at the time, Bob said he was making $4,000 a year. This is back in 1959, 1960. He said he owed $6,000 just in his bills, his debts. Well, his boss told him, he said, if you'll follow certain laws, you'll be happier, healthier, and wealthier. Well, Bob had a difficult time believing this, but his boss said to him, he said, Bob, your way isn't working. He said, mine is, so why don't you just try mine? So he began teaching him to find mentors inside the pages of books. He told him build a personal library. He told him to listen to audios, enroll in courses, absorb everything you can from those who are proving success. Well, doing this led to Bob getting crystal clear on his goals. He said he made a decision to read every book he could get his hands on to just learn more about this. Bob said, today I have one of the finest libraries you've ever seen. And he said it's not just books, it's audios. He said he would travel to conferences to just keep learning. He said you can't escape from a prison if you don't know you're in one. Well, his boss began to tell him, you're in a prison and you can get out of this. So by the end of that year, something miraculous happened. He didn't earn $4,000 a year. He made $175,000. That's a true story. That's hard to wrap your mind around, isn't it? But he said connecting with a mentor who was already doing what he wanted to do changed his entire life. So I want to encourage you, connect with mentors who are where you want to be. I read where 6%, only 6% of the U.S. population makes over $100,000 a year. And less than 1% of the population makes more than $365,000 a year. Less than 1%. So think of it this way. You're going to have to do things that 99% of the people out there won't do. Well, what is it? It's connecting with mentors, investing in coaching, investing in training. In fact, Allie Brown, when she was at the lowest point in her life, one sleepless night, she said she ordered a little cassette tape course by Tony Robbins. She said she did the payment plan because she couldn't afford the whole price, but she said it was perfect for me because the only positive voice she had in her life was that little cassette tape by Tony Robbins. She said, hearing him in my ear every morning, hearing someone say, you can do this, I believe in you, here are some ways to be successful, here's what we've learned from successful people. She said, I was hooked. Well, she learned things like, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. She thought, oh no, I need some new friends. And she was still surrounded by people who didn't want more out of life. She said they lived for Friday night and going to the bar to just talk about what's on TV. She said, I had to find mentors who were living the life I wanted to live. Well, today she's a success coach to hundreds of thousands of people. So who are you listening to when it comes to your dreams, your goals, fulfilling God's plan for your life? I want you to connect with mentors because I'm telling you, it's a game changer. I want to encourage you today to dedicate yourself to lifelong learning. Take every course you possibly can in your field. The person teaching you has developed this over years and years, and they can give it to you in a matter of weeks. So today, I want to recognize our YouTube subscriber of the week. Let's see who it is and if I can pronounce it. Chante, ooh, sounds French, ooh la la. Bonjour Chante. It says, Terri, I have the Dream and Goals notebook, and last year I put the amount I wanted to tithe and with the limited amount we had. Well, I gave more than the number I wrote, and she said, this year I am aiming higher. I love that. Isn't it amazing when you set a goal for yourself and it just stretches you to believe bigger? So, Chante, which is French for sing. Chante, I am cheering you on to just keep setting those goals and checking them off. And I want to help you with this. This week, like I said, I'm giving you a 3-part series on the leadership connection method. Now, I've broken this down in 3 different emails that you will get over the course of the next few days. In order to live your dreams and fulfill your assignment, there is one thing you must master, and that's connecting. So I want you to just click the link in the description or go to terri.com/connection to enroll in my free 3-part series on the leadership connection method. And remember, for more consistent motivation, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. You can find the handles below, or click that little red subscribe button for weekly videos to make this your best year yet. Thanks for watching, and remember, I'm cheering you on. It's not a matter of doing what I do. He said the question is, do you want to do what I did so you can do what I do? See, you can't have a $1 million dream with minimum wage habits. You change your routine, you change your whole life. And I told you, and I'm telling you this from experience, you're going to go from uncomfortable to unstoppable.